Welcome to a beautiful day. It's time for us to get together and say, welcome to this beautiful day. It's time for us to get together and say, welcome to Love Morning. Welcome to Love Morning now. Welcome to Love Morning. We're gonna show you how. Welcome to Love Morning. Let's share some gratitude. Welcome to Love Morning. I think we're in the mood. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. This is a Hug Nation broadcast. Welcome, Gerbot. I looked into my reflection and saw that I was not yet having a good hair day, and so I grabbed the first headwear I could find, which was a crown. I've got a costume event this weekend, and I have some things spread out of possible outfits, and this glorious crown was available. So, just so you know, I'm a benevolent king. I am I don't know if you're allowed to call yourself a benevolent philosopher king, but as king, I certainly can do whatever I want, and so I'm a benevolent philosopher king. Good morning. Welcome. Hello, Gerbot. Hello, Al. Hello, Brandy. And hello, Razorblade. Oh, yeah, I forgot to go onto TikTok this morning. That's all right. I'm kind of a little out of sorts this morning. I appreciate recognizing the puffy shirt now, but it's actually a tuxedo shirt. It's a frilly, what do they call them? Ruffle. Good morning, Natasha. Happy Monday. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to this week. Lisa is out of town, and I will see her tomorrow night, I believe. So I've been trying to not squander, not sit around next to the door like a puppy waiting for her to return. Good morning, Brenda. Actually, no, I've been good. I've been very productive. I've been working on video stuff. I just uploaded this morning I made a little clip out of our bidet care camp brainstorm the other day. That was so fun. Made me laugh so much. Gerbot reminded us that Jamin Percy's Gigapan, the massive picture he takes, he stitches together all these pictures of Burning Man, of Black Rock City from the air. He just put that live, so it's kind of fun to go to the massive megapixel version of it and then zoom in and find your camp. It's pretty easy to find pink art usually because of all of our pink, although it is all kind of wild when you see like how small, like you'd think it's like, just find the pink blob. It's like, oh, it's not that big. It's a big city. Good morning, Faith and Jennifer. Faith is grateful for friends today. Yay. Jennifer, today and every day, I'm grateful for Burning Man and new friendships and adventures. Beautiful. Tara says, we miss seeing you Saturday night. What was Saturday night? Oh, were you with Lisa? Yes. Yeah, I was feeling unsettled. I hadn't quite returned from the burn, so didn't want to leave town. Good morning, Cynthia. Just in case, I welcome all to join me on the throne. My dictatorship is not one of oppression. I believe we all are on the throne, so this I bestow this upon us all. So here, you just put that on. There you go. That's for you, and I will wear mine, and we can all be rulers of our domain. What are you grateful for? And hello, Tara. Hi. I heard it was a fun time, and I saw some fun video, and I am sorry that I didn't get to go and say give hugs and soak up all the beautiful people and love. I am grateful for drizzly, overcast weather. I love going out. I went for a walk this morning and it turned into a jog because it was nice and cool, and I felt like I felt comfortable with the lack of heat. And this time of year and springtime when it's cooler, oh, this is the best. So I am so grateful for temperature that my body seems to really love. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I wish it was sunny. I'm like, ha ha, not me. In fact, Lisa and I like to say that one of us is always happy because she likes sunshine and I like the overcast. Cynthia is grateful to be taking care of their health and fitness. Well done and inspiring. I will piggyback and say I am grateful that I am almost done figuring out my insurance situation, my health insurance situation. I was getting some benefits that are over, and so I have to find a new solution, and I think I'm almost there. Brandy says the throne complete with bidet. Oh, absolutely, yes. We have our kingdom's throne room, which there's thrones for all of us in the throne room. They are all bidet equipped, for sure. Oh yeah, I mean, have you seen our asses? Pristine! Natasha says, I'm grateful I was able to rest up this weekend so I can go to work today without a horribly painful back. Oh, sending you some healing and hope the day goes okay. Brandy is grateful to have a place to share gratitude. You know, crowns are encouraged on the bidet throne, Tara, but not required. You know, I think that... Well, you know what? Well, we'll just say encouraged. We don't want to be too dictatory. You're a king or queen or a ruler. You can decide for yourself where you're going to wear your throne. Natasha says, it's time to go save puppies and kittens. That's got to be a nice rallying cry when you're like, I don't want to go to work. Like, back to the coal mine. Not as motivating as time to save puppies and kittens. Good morning, Lilu. We all need crowns. I agree. I went to a royalty-themed party, and so I picked myself up like a legit metal crown. Can you hear that? I mean, it's not Game of Thrones golden, but it's metal at least. Because I want to wear this as I engage in physical combat with my neighboring fiefdoms. Hug Nation has to defend its territory against Hate Town. Good morning, Brent. Brandy's grateful for the heat wave that wrapped up in Connecticut. Carolyn's asking, or first, grateful for our Spiral Jetty selenite hunting trip. That's so cool that you went there. So many magical ancient worlds so close in Utah. I know so little about Utah. Carolyn also asking, do you think Utopia is okay for kids? I know it's intended to be okay for kids, or I thought it was. I haven't gone to the new location, and I've never gone as a kid. I know I've had friends that have brought kids for the day, at least. So I think so. Good morning, NorCal Oz. Have a good day, Natasha. Feel better. Feel good. I am grateful that I've got Utopia coming up. Although I'm just, as I was unpacking from the burn, I'm like, I should organize so that my stuff is ready to go to Utopia instead of putting everything away and then repacking for Utopia. But it's hard for me to think more than like 24 hours into the future. Cynthia also loves the overcast, rainy, and foggy weather. Yeah! Team cloud cover. People say, why don't you move to the Pacific Northwest? Good question. And I will probably consider it at another chapter in my life when I have a less need and desire to be close to my parents. I used to have a number of these ruffled tuxedo shirts. They don't button because they're supposed to be worn with cufflinks, you know. So it's a little flippy flappy on the arms. But I used to have a number of them that I would wear for Burning Man, and then they just became my Burning Man work shirts because you need to have long sleeve shirts to hold the sun off. At least I do. During like pre-build work days, you need to have long sleeve shirts. But I still I don't want to look, I want to look kind of cool, or what a playa royalty would wear when they're at a building things. And to me, tuxedo shirt, I think that fits the bill. The other thing I used to wear, I used to cut the sleeves off tuxedo shirts. So like a sleeveless tuxedo shirt. Okay, I'm going to confess something to you guys. Are we all friends here? Is this a circle of trust? Because I'm a little embarrassed. And you're probably totally, this is not going to come as a shock to you, the behavior that I did that I'm a little embarrassed about. And it's not that I ate a pint of ice cream yesterday, because if that was the case, I would be ashamed every day, at least lately. I can barely look at my face in the screen right now because I put on some fake tanner. And it is so obvious, at least to me, that I'm orangey and unnaturally dark for myself. It doesn't look terrible, but boy, for many years, I had an acute case of tannorexia. And I always felt pale or pink or blotchy. And I used fake tanner daily for many years and cover up and makeup, and I really I've had a terrible relationship with my skin. But in the last, I don't know, 5, 8 years, 10 years maybe, I've been pretty okay with the fact that I don't love the color of my skin. It tends to get pink. But, pink heart comes through. What are you going to do? And so I've just kind of been okay with it. And my acne has gone away that I had in my youth or even in my early adulthood. And so I'm okay. If I don't pick at my face, it doesn't get too bad. And so I just leave it. It's not as tan as I love. And I've also, in the last few years, there was a period of time where I stopped using fake tanner, and I did occasionally go to tanning salons. And now my skin has paid the price, so I can't do that anymore. I get this noticeable, my skin gets like paper thinny and around here and red. So I've just kind of been cool with it. And then, Lisa went away, and I got some fake tanner stuff before the burn. And she's gone, and I'm like, well, I'll just put it on. And worst case scenario, I'm home alone, and it'll just fade over a few days. So I put some on last night and washed it off before bed. But as I look at myself now, I'm like, oh man, I look like Snooki, or I look like I should be on Jersey Shore. Well, minus the pink hair. It's not terrible, but you know, we've played in the past. Like these cameras, the lighting will change based on a lot of factors. Like, anyway, that's my confession. I let vanity and curiosity get the best of me, and I feel more comfortable if I am just transparent than if I try to pretend that everything is copacetic. Besides, as a king, I can decree that orange is a entirely acceptable color skin. We live in a Hug Nation is a land that will not tolerate bigotry against the orange. Good morning, Alex. And good morning, Ariel says, I am grateful that my best friend's kidney transplant went well. Yes. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Love to celebrate the good stuff. Life is so full of good stuff, and we got to make our own version of the news, of the good news, since we're plenty of people trying to share with us the bad news. Good morning, Esta. Carl says, when I first tuned in and saw that tan, I thought I had opened Truth Social by mistake. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing I should be embarrassed. Oh, maybe... Can I work this into some sort of Trump joke? I don't know. Good morning, Mingle. Oh, see, Gerbot? I didn't think about it until I saw Oompa Loompa, and then my mind went backwards. Oompa Loompa, Trump. Aha! Yeah! I just changed my registration. I am now registered as a Republican. Because I agree with their policies on fake tanner. What are you grateful for today? I am grateful that I feel like a load off since I just confessed that. And I'm grateful that I have learned over decades and decades that life is so much easier and better when you keep the secrets out of the box. Did I share that story the other day? I think I did when I was talking with Lisa. And I went to a meeting, a meeting at the Burn, and someone shared an idea there that just really hit me. And it was that when you put a secret in a box, that secret starts to multiply, and it creates box, inside box, inside box, inside, and you create this nesting doll of lies and secrets. And so this person was saying that the objective of life is to just keep the box empty. Keep the box empty. So as you start to notice that you have things that you are withholding, keeping secret, embarrassed about, ashamed about, get it out of the box. Get it out of the box. Get it out of the box. Because you don't want to fall into the trap of being overwhelmed by a web of deceit and a false mask. And it's something that Lisa and I have been really trying to practice in our relationship. We mentioned that the other day of like, what every once in a while let's check in and say, what is hard to say? What are you embarrassed to say? What are you afraid to say? What's hard to say? Let's get the things out of the box. And this morning, my exploration of self-tanner was in my box and written boldly across my face. Oh, Carl says that Truth Social is Trump's social media platform. See, I gotta stay culturally literate Sorry about that. Thank you for that education. Mingle is grateful and excited that they got a signed contract and moving to San Francisco. Congratulations. That is fantastic news to be appreciated and seen and respected, and how exciting. We are celebrating with you. I'm reading back and saying Lulu sharing about the people yelling, "What's wrong with your face? Your face is bright pink." Yeah, that is it is those moments that scar your psyche for the rest of your life. It doesn't take too many examples of that kind of yeah, those things. It's amazing. Like, you ever like start to get close with someone and they are embarrassed about like their overbite or their ears or something totally ridiculous that you're like, I guess I didn't even notice that about you, but sometime in their past somebody made a big deal about it and said, "What the fuck's wrong with your teeth?" Or, "Oh, hello, rabbit man," you know. And then that sticks, and that becomes this wound that your thoughts get caught in for the rest of your life. Good morning, Jen. Jen says, "Own it, you handsome orange man." It's not that bad. Would have assumed you just had a bit too much sun. And I think, if it wasn't so overcast right now and the lighting was different, it probably wouldn't be so noticeable on camera. And like, if I was editing this video, I would just like dial the saturation back and I think it'd be fine. Thank you, Jen. Good morning. NorCal Oz is saying, "What are your thoughts on the inundation of e-bikes on Playa?" I think in terms of the things that are causing problems for Burning Man, it's not even a blip. Now, dangerous behavior on any vehicle is a problem. So if you're zooming too fast, that's a problem. But I mean, I love having an e-bike. I'm as a 52-year-old man, and I'm sure this is the case for many human beings who are not in awesome athletic shape, getting around and seeing the art is a challenge. And so to be able to make a decision of like, you know what, I am going to go look at that art that's way out there because I know I can use the electric assist to get me back even if there's a storm and even if the wind's blowing at me. Like, I like that. I like to know that I don't feel so fragile at Burning Man. Now, I've decorated mine, and just like any other bike, I think that, and I try to keep within the safe speeds, which, if you're going to ask my opinion, 5 miles an hour in the city, 10 miles an hour in open playa. That's just my feeling. But, yeah, I don't think the problem is not in e-bikes, it's in unsafe vehicles. Same with mutant vehicles. Like, we got to ban all the cars out there. Well, they're mutant vehicles and they're following the rules, they're fine. If they're cruising around at 20 miles an hour or faster, that's a problem. So that I think we should enforce the behavior rules, not the actual vehicle rules. That's my feeling. Alex says, "Since I changed my diet and lifestyle, I don't get burned. I spend 2 hours a day making vitamin D on my patio at high altitude." Weird. That is weird. You seem to have cracked the code on your biology, Alex. That's awesome. I'm super happy for you. Gerbot says the e-bike has revolutionized how I experience the burn. Yeah, I think so too. And the next step is we can just stay at home and have video cameras on drones checking out all the art for us, so we never even have to get dirty. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the future. Don't do that. Good morning, Lisa. Lisa is grateful to be here after a week of vacation. I'm chugging along happily, kicking some work ass. Truly love my job and grateful for that. Grateful for bursting with gratitude and happiness today. Yay! Well, good to see you, Lisa. So happy to hear about your wonderful trip. I'm grateful for a really beautiful gratitude. Yesterday we had a special Burning Man gratitudes and Burning Man stories during our noon gratitude, and we had there were a number of people there that don't normally attend gratitude, and there were a number of people there who had just participated in the Urban Playa, which is the Barcelona physical event that they do, the 10 Principles Burning Man event in Barcelona. And it was so cool to hear people's like deep, transformative experiences from this event that's very different than Black Rock City, but has this overlap that inspires the same kind of behaviors and human interactions that can be so magical. And it was really cool to hear people's stories. Any more gratitudes before we have a hug? Well, what a treat to start the day with you. Thank you for joining me in our royalness as we sit on our thrones, enjoy our bidets, co-lead as benevolent philosopher, kings, queens, and others. Everybody's grateful for this time together. Me too. And yes, that's most of it was recorded. It's linked on the Hug Nation Facebook page. It's posted. And so wherever you are in this moment, let's give ourselves a hug and feel ourselves being embraced by one another, feel ourselves being held, feel ourselves remembering that there are so many like-minded people like us out there. And we get to be the examples to others. We get to be the wacky ones, whether we are orange-faced or crown-wearing or just an example of a kind human being. That kindness becomes the bright light that people notice, becomes the permission slip or the olive branch that gives people a little push towards their true, kind, creative, inspiring selves. So let's feel held and supported by one another as we give that support to those we pass, as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you beautiful ambassadors, thanks for being here for our Love Morning. Every day, 9 a.m., we're here. And not today because she's out of town, but I think Wednesday and Friday, Lisa's going to join me on these mornings. So, have a beautiful day. Love you.